What's going on, y'all? It's Talia. I'm back with another video, and as you can tell by that title, today in this video I'm going to talk about my 7 biggest fears when traveling abroad. Yes, I know, because I've never traveled abroad before. As y'all know, if you've been watching, go back and watch my other videos. I've never traveled abroad before. I just got my very first passport. So yeah, today I'm gonna tell y'all my list. Listen, y'all, this is my personal opinion. These are my personal fears. Please do not take this. I'm not gonna talk about a specific country of my fear of going to this specific country or nothing. I'm talking about my fears in general as a girl that's never left the country a day in her life. I am from the South. I only have traveled to other southern states. I've never left the country, so please. And if you're watching this, you probably agree with you probably have some of the same fears if you've never been out the country. But anyway, let's get into it. Fear number 1, loading. All right, y'all, number 1 on the list, being scammed. Y'all already know, as much as I talk about my financial struggles and where I am in life and where I'm trying to be and this, that, and the third, and I'm in school and blah, blah, blah. One of my biggest fears is going to another country and them people scam me because they know I ain't from there. I really hope, maybe I should start like a scam fund. You know what I'm saying? Like every time I go to a country or I know I'm about to go to another country, I'm probably going to every check put some extra money aside for a scamming fee. You know what I'm saying? Because, I get it. The locals, they like, okay, she from America. She must got some money. I don't. But, propaganda, U.S. propaganda, blah, blah, blah. That's a whole other conversation for another day. But yeah, they'll probably, trump the charges just because you're not there. So say if you try to buy from a local, grocery store or somewhere, they don't have the prices there where you supposed to, negotiate the price on how much you're going to pay for this certain item and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And that's one of my biggest, because your girl work hard for her coin, especially if she's going out the country. Do you know how hard it is to work for that? I don't want to get scammed. Please don't scam me. But yes, that's number 1 on the list, being scammed. I'm afraid of getting scammed and being double charged, end up spending more money, because 9 times out of 10, if I'm going out the country, I'm gonna have a certain amount of money. I ain't a millionaire. I'm gonna have a certain amount of money to spend on that trip. But yes, being scammed. Anyway, let's get into the next one. Number 2 on the list, one of my biggest fears is taking a cab or Uber once I land. Yes, well, you guys, I don't know if y'all be seeing this trend on TikTok and YouTube and all this other stuff. People having these horrible horror stories, taking cabs and stuff. Some of the Uber drivers or their cab drivers, they be going the wrong way, or they are afraid of being kidnapped and all this. Like, oh my God. And I'm a woman. I'm a black woman at that. I don't know these people. These horror stories of people getting trapped in the car, or they take them to another place that they're not supposed to go on. Just all kinds of crazy stuff. Like I see this one girl on TikTok. She literally told that man on camera, she was recording, she said, I will unalive you and me in this car if you don't get me to the destination I need to go to. Because I guess the man, at first he was speaking English, and then as soon as when he realized how mad she was getting, he switched up and decided to, speak another language and act like he didn't know what the woman was talking about. But she got to the airport safely. She was on her way to the airport. I didn't say that. She got to the airport safely, so I'm glad for that. But that's enough. That's a fear of mine. I can't. God just gonna have to be with me. I can't talk. Gonna have to be with me when I take these trips, because I can't be put in situations like that, because I don't think I'm gonna handle it the way I should. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anyway, let's get to the next thing. Number 3 on the list, being stared at. Y'all, listen, I'm from the South, like I said before, and I'm in America. When someone stares at you too long I get uneasy because 9 times out of 10 when somebody's staring at you too long, you would think they plotting on you or they trying to do something to you. And I know when you go to other countries, people, different rules of different societies and different places, you know, staring isn't seen as rude in other countries. But maybe I just have an undiagnosed case of social anxiety, but I can't be stared at for too long. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I know I'm not dressed in a way that will require you to stare at me. But hey, I guess that's just gonna have to be a fear I'm gonna have to get over, because I don't know, man. Don't stare at me. Don't stare at me, because what is you looking at? But I can't, when you go to another country, you gotta respect their rules, respect their laws. You can't be all crazy and such and like that in other people's countries, because you never know where it might lead you. I guess that's just a fear I'm gonna have to get over, but I don't like being stared at too long, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, next fear. Number 4, I'm afraid of being followed. I don't know, but I feel like that's just a fear of mine in general, because even over here as a woman, just being followed, I don't know how to feel. I'm afraid I'm gonna be followed, because I be seeing so many horror stories of people going to different countries and they're just being followed. I guess because the locals admire them. I don't know what it is, but being followed, don't follow me, bro, because then I feel like you're gonna try to do something to me, and then I gotta be in defense mode. And I guess that's another one of those things, being in America, you always in defense mode, because you never know what might pop off. Y'all see the news, y'all see us in the news. Y'all see us in the news. I won't say us because I ain't them. But you know, you see them in the news. So yeah, being followed, Lord be with me, because I don't know if I can handle it. I don't know if you follow me because you attracted to me, you like what you see, or it's because I'm black, or it's because I'm a woman, or because you plotting something. I don't know. But that's another fear of mine. I do not want to be followed. But yeah, let's get into this next fear of mine. Number 5, the language barrier. Y'all, look, I get it, here in America, it's a melting pot and people be speaking whatever language they want to, but it's different when you're here and you're born here and you can maneuver your way around. But when you're in another country and the language is predominantly not the language that you speak, and you don't know if what them people are saying to each other, if they're insulting you, if they're plotting on you, y'all, I have a gigantic fear of being plotted on, because I don't bother nobody, so please don't plot on me. But yes, the language barrier, you never know what these people are doing or what they're trying to say. You know, you never know what it's gonna be. And you know, obviously before I go there, I'm gonna do some research and I'm gonna maneuver my way and figure out how I can get around, you know, because I only speak English, unfortunately. But yeah, the language barrier, I'm afraid that because of the language barrier that, you know, you never know what these people might be trying to plan on you. They could be planning something and talking about you right there in front of your face. You don't know if they're insulting you, if they're admiring you, if they're just, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, the language barrier, I guess that's just a fear I'm gonna have to get over, because if you go into somebody else's country, you can't go there and tell them, you need to speak English. Like, I would sound like an entitled Karen. Like, no, I would never do that. I respect people too much, and just like I want to be respected, I'm gonna respect others. So yeah, that's another fear of mine. Let's get into the next fear. Number 6. We're almost done with this list. My sixth fear I'm going into another country is being treated differently because I'm American. Yes. Now, I get it. As an American, for some reason in other countries, we have this sort of privilege. But lately, America been showing its behind. You hear me? In other countries, starting stuff in other countries. You see what's going on in Nigeria and South Africa and America. I don't want the locals to, because you know, unfortunately, I'm American. Well, I won't say unfortunately, but my American identity and the way America been acting lately, I don't want to be tied to none of that, because I don't participate in them type of things. That's them. This is me. That's them. They do what they do, and I do what I do, and what I do ain't what they do. You hear me? So being treated differently because I'm American, I feel like I'm afraid that I might be treated a little bit harsher because I'm American, and I really just hope it don't happen to me. I mean, if it do, it is what it is. I'm not gonna sweat it. I'm just gonna push through, because hey, I get it. America been doing this big one, and not in a good way. So yes, being treated crazy or differently because I'm American is another huge fear of mine. But anyway, let's get into this last one on the list, and I feel like this is probably the most important one for obvious reasons. And if you know, you know, but we about to get into this last reason. Reason number 7. Racism. I told you, if you know, racism. You know, people that look like me around the world don't necessarily get treated the best when they go to other countries. Even when you go to places where it's predominantly black. But when you go to places that isn't, like say to Central America, I mean, black people be over there. Black people are not liked everywhere. Anti-blackness is a global thing. Whether you're African American, you're Caribbean black, you actually continental black, African black, or you from Australia, them over there, like blackness is hated everywhere you go. And I haven't had too many encounters with racism, but I'm only 22 years old, so it's bound to happen. But when it happens in another country and the rules are different and the laws are different, you don't know how it might operate. Obviously, I'm gonna do my research before I go to these countries, but racism, dealing with racism in another country, it's a whole nother thing, because you don't know how them people will react to you reacting to their racism. Because you know, I seen this one video on TikTok, this black woman, she was in France, which I heard that is very, very, very racist over there. Italy, to be more specific. Yeah, I'm calling y'all out. This man, the black woman, she asked the man politely, excuse me, because he was in the way. He turned around, called her a whole bunch of slurs in French. But yeah, racism, I mean, it's inevitable. I mean, I was born with this beautiful melanin, so it's bound to happen. But I guess that's just a fear that I'm gonna have to forever get over, because people are ignorant, and if people want to be racist, that is their choice. I choose not to be hateful and prejudiced towards people, but that's not the case, clearly, because you look on headlines, you look up different stories in different countries around the world. If you black, baby, they don't be liking us like that, unfortunately. Hopefully times will change, but it's not gonna be today. So yeah, if you guys stayed to the end of this video, thank you so much. These are my top 7 fears from when I travel the country. And like, share, comment, subscribe, do whatever you gotta do. Come boost this, join the family. Your girl's on a journey. She is trying to get her funds right so she can travel the world, and I want to show y'all what I do when I do it, okay? Period. But anyway, thank you guys for staying tuned, and yeah, peace.